Alright guys, on deck today for review we have the Midwest Industries Gen 2 free float rail system. We're going to get into it here on the tabletop, but you guys saw it here. I've been running it for a while and so far so good, no issues at all. We're going to get into some of the details here next. Time to get into some of the specifics about the rail. This example we have on this rifle here is the 15-inch version on a 16-inch upper, just to give you an idea of what that looks like. We do have a 12-inch that we'll show here in a second as well. View of the specs there, it's 61 aluminum, so very strong but yet lightweight. It's 1.5 inches in diameter, so it's very narrow, and it gives you the ability to really grab it hard and pull on it. For those of you guys that are into weightlifting, if you've ever tried to use like a what they call them, the fat bars, to do like squats or deadlifts and things like that when you're trying to grip it, or bench presses, it's much harder than it is with the narrow one, so it gives you a little bit more ability to really grab on and hold tight. Comes with the wrench that you need to install the barrel nut if you don't have one already. The wrench works. I still use my typical AR wrench because I think it works a little bit better, but if you don't have one, it's definitely nice that they include it with you so you don't have to spend an additional 30 bucks to get it. Obviously it comes with the barrel nut, which we'll get into more here in a minute, and it comes with 3 rail sections, which, as you guys can see here, they mirror the outside dimensions of the rail, so it fits real flush right on there. The rail sections it comes with are 2.5 inches. One of them has a mount for a quick detach sling mount. It also comes with a bipod stud for those of you like a traditional bipod stud if you don't want to run the 1913 style adapter for your for your bipod. Some of the features of it, if you will, obviously it's very narrow, but one of the things they also incorporated there is these slots all the way along the rails. They serve 2 purposes. Well, number one, you can obviously mount the I'll put this one down. You can obviously mount the rails under there, under the sections. But what it also does is here's our 12-inch section to show you a little bit better in detail what it looks like. It also allows for greater heat dispersion. So those out there are helping really keep that barrel cool. Another heat dispersion aspect or design of the rail here is these slots up front, these little holes. So they run right along your gas tube. So that gas tube gets hot and allows air to move freely throughout the rail section to cool your gas tube down, which is nice. Back to the barrel nut that I talked about earlier. It's a proprietary barrel nut. So if there's one con to this rail, if you will, it is that you do have to replace your barrel nut, but we'll get into that in a second. So you replace your barrel nut like that. You can see there it's all checkered up for a good gripping surface, because one of the questions that comes up a lot is how is this a anti-rotational device, if you will. But we'll get into that here in a second. So you mount this on your upper receiver, slides in like this, and get in there. The little slots that are on the rail mount right into that barrel nut, and then as well you can see here the way your gas tube would go in there also acts as an anti-rotational device. So there's no anti-rotational screws per se, but the entire rail combined with the barrel nut and gas tube is what keeps it from rotating. And then once you get it on there, you just clamp it down with these 2 hex wrenches, and the thing's solid as can be. It comes in a bunch of different sizes. There's a 7-inch rail, and that one's 7.1 ounces. The 9-inch rail is 8.3 ounces. The 10-inch rail, for a lot of guys running the mid-length systems like that, or SBRs, that's 8.6 ounces. The 12-inch rail is 9.3 ounces, and the 15-inch here we have is 10.9 ounces. They go anywhere from $140 to $190. They're available in 3 colors, so flat dark earth, OD green, and then the black we have here. So I'll give you some options if you guys want to color coordinate, if you will, for your rifle, because ARs are Barbies for men, if you will. But I mean, it's a great rail. So far I've had 0 issues with it, and the fact that I'm showing you another one that I have here on the side for another upcoming build shows I really do like it. I'm not just saying that because I'm using it on my next build. It's a great product. It's real lightweight. Allows you to control the rifle real well for those of you guys that like to get your hand out a little farther, and even for those of you guys that don't, it keeps the weight down on your rifle. All in all, real good product. As always guys, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to let me know. Ask questions here or over at my Facebook page, and I'll put a link in the bottom. And thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and we'll see you in the next video, guys.